What's good? It's your boy Real Lil, and I'm here to do another live stream here on the tube. I need y'all, my fellow friends, to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you, my friends, get the latest updates of when I do live streams. Because when I do live streams, boy, I do live streams. All right? I just dropped the video with the Real Lil Show episode 7, S. Street Media Edition, New York City. My first ever episode. Coming home, being home for the first time. It was really, really good. Definitely check that out. The link will be in the description box. Now, what I really want to get into is this fight. The Charlo brothers fought tonight on a doubleheader on Fox Sports at the Barclays Center. Shout out to Brooklyn. And one thing about me, y'all know, one thing I hate is corruption in the boxing game. All right, listen. I'm a boxer fan. I love boxing, right? I love boxing. Boxing is my sport. Ain't nothing like fight night. Fight night can't compare to nothing. All right, you had a few games on. I don't know why they set it up like that. You had the Baltimore Ravens versus the Chargers game on. So I'm over here flipping back and forth trying to see the fight and watch the game at the same daggone time. I mean, they got to chill with that, man. I'm not an octopus now. But one thing I hate is corruption. In anything. I just hate corruption, all right? Because corruption is not good, all right? Anything bad, and I don't get along with that, all right? I'm a good guy. I'm a calm guy. I'm a nice guy. I hate corruption. I hate liars. I hate cheaters. I hate all that. But I love boxing. And that's why I'm conflicted, my brothers, all right? I'm about to get in my revolutionary mode right now. This is why I am conflicted, my brothers, because fighters are getting robbed at an alarming rate. All right? At an alarming rate. We see this time and time again that boxers continue to get robbed. Listen, I should never watch a 12-round boxing match knowing who really won, but not knowing what the judges is going to pick. I should not have to watch every fight like that. I literally, the biggest boxing fighter, the biggest boxing fan that I am, I literally watch each boxing match, and then at the end of the fight, when it's time for the judges, I'm back at square one, 0-0. Because I don't know what the hell they going to choose. Because time and time again, they choose whoever the hell they want to. All right? I don't know what stuff be going on under the table. I don't know money, the secret mafia out there sliding these judges money through the fight, threatening them to take out their family and their kids and Uncle Rara and little homie Tommy or whatever the hell it is. I don't know if that's what's going on. I really don't. Because it seemed like that. It seemed like people was getting money under the table. All right? Under the table. To make certain decisions. Because guess what? Or half the judges in this world is blind. They like to choose blind judges who can't see. I don't know what it is. But it seemed like time and time again, we go after the same situation over and over and over and over and over again. And boxing is great. Boxing is good. Boxing is in one of the best spots it has ever been since the Muhammad Ali, Lennox Lewis, Tommy Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray days. Mike Tyson, no, I can't forget about Mike Tyson, homie. Can't forget about my son from Brownsville, my son from Brooklyn, man. I can't forget about Mike. But it seems like boxing is in a good place. But when you have stuff like this going on where the referees cheat the daggone game, it brings down boxing as a whole. And they seem to not even know that. Listen, we saw it time and time again. We saw it recently with the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight. All right, Tyson Fury won that fight clearly, even though some people think that Deontay Wilder won that fight, which I don't know how in the hell they would think Deontay Wilder won that fight when he got schooled. He literally got taken to class, and Tyson Fury was a daggone professor giving him a daggone lesson. But guess what? The referees cheated the game because they want to see the Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight. Now, what's different from that fight and this fight, right? We all know the similarities. It were both robberies. But the difference between the robbery is that normally the robbery is in favor of the linear champion, in favor of the champion rather. All right, the guy that got the belt, who's has a possible big money fight ahead, a fight that everybody want to see, which Jermell had against Jarrett Hurd potentially. That was a fight. All right, Jarrett Hurd was in attendance, right? And that was supposed to be the fight. So normally, if there is cheating, which they 9 times out of 10 it is in boxing, you see it go in favor of the guy that has the most to lose. All right, you don't see it the other way around. But unfortunately, today we saw it in the other way around, in which they gave this brother Tony Harrison, who he didn't fight too bad. He didn't fight too bad. I gave him a couple rounds. I wish he was more aggressive. He was very patient. He got Charlo with a couple jabs, but he didn't win the fight when it was all said and done. Listen, my mama don't even watch boxing. My mom watched boxing with me tonight. She don't even watch boxing, and she knew who the hell won that daggone fight. So you mean to tell me somebody watching from a fan perspective with no daggone experience can tell who really won the fight, and judges who's right there in front of the daggone fight don't know who won it? I just don't daggone stand. All right? Listen, we don't see that, and it sucks because now this brother Jermell is in a tight situation now because he has this expectation of winning heavily against Tony Harrison and then setting up a potential fight with Jarrett Hurd, for the belt, to unify. But that might have to take a pause back now, and it just sucks. You saw it after the fight. You saw how his brother, who fought after him, who won the fight. You saw him. He was upset. He couldn't believe it. Listen, Tony Harrison couldn't believe it. I saw his reaction when he heard he won the fight. I mean, he was like, "Oh, really? I won? Oh my gosh! Oh my God! Yeah, I won! Yeah, I knocked him out! Yeah, all day, every day. He lost. That literally." Listen, man, I had enough of this. Listen, I had enough. We need to stop cheating the game of boxing. Boxing is not to be cheat with. All right? These fighters, the 2 fighters that's fighting in this ring, all right, work hard. Go to training camp. All right? Blood, sweat, and tears. All right? Press tours. This and that. They work hard. You can't cheat them from the fight. Listen, if that was me, honestly, and I'm a guy with a lot of class. All right, I'm a guy with a lot of class. I know how to be corporate. I know how to be very classy, real mannerly. But if that was me, I would have hopped over the referee. I would have hopped over the ring and dive right. I would have been on my, who's that guy from UFC, Khabib? I would have hopped over the daggone ring and hopped over into the referees, boy. I would have did that. I would have took a page out of Khabib book. I would have been like, "Soldier boy, I would have been out. Because I don't know why. The referees seem to always cheat the game of boxing. A sport that is on the rise again. I mean, you think about all the great fighters they got now, man. There's so much names. So much asperity in each division. But the referees is messing this game up. And this game could go into shambles because of that. They think they helping it. They not helping it. I'm telling y'all, man. They got to stop that. They need to stop hurting the game of boxing, man. Jermell won that fight. All right? I don't know what the hell these judges seen. They just messed up the whole rotation. It was supposed to be the 2 brothers, all right, defending their titles and coming home. And then on top of that, you had the nerve to cheat this matchup at the Barclays Center, which is basically my home. Like, I live not too far from the Barclays Center. Shout out to Brooklyn. I went to school. I went to high school a few blocks away from the Barclays Center. You have the nerve to do that in my house? You must be smoking. They need to go to court. I don't care if they go to the Supreme Court. I don't care. Go to Judge Mathis, Judge Maybelline. I don't care. Judge Hussein, I don't care. Whatever it is, they need to go. Because this cannot happen no more. And I said this on my radio show, and I'm going to definitely play a clip right after I get off this live of me talking about the same very topic. The politics of boxing, that is. All right? The politics of the game. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. And I will give a more in-depth reaction on my new episode of The Real Lil Show coming up. I'm going to pre-film this episode, all right? Normally I don't pre-film, but I'm going to drop a lot of episodes throughout the year in different variety of sports, football, boxing, basketball, you name it. I'm going to pre-film this episode probably on Monday, and I'm going to drop it. It's going to be a Christmas Day special. I'm going to drop it on Christmas Day, and I'm going to go more in depth into the boxing match on, both boxing matches on that episode, along with other stuff that I got coming on for that episode. So definitely check that out. And listen, my people, I ain't going to tell y'all again. All right, I'm not going to tell y'all again. If you call yourself a sports fan, you better hit that bell icon and that subscribe button, because I know what I do. I know what I know. I know sports, ladies and gentlemen. All right, different variety of sports. I go all the way down to golf. All right, table tennis, soccer, skateboarding, football, college football. You name it, I got you. Hit that bell, and with that, I'm out. One love. Statement of this show. Let me get this mic right here. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna start it off. I'm gonna go with the politics of boxing, Mike. This is what I want to talk about in my opening statement. The politics of boxing, a sport that I love so much, and to just see it just crumble in front of my eyes. And it's not even like the sport is crumbling. I just don't like when fighters go to training camp, they work hard, press tours, negotiations, all this, all these things that they gotta go through in order to prepare for a fight. And to go in a fight for 12 rounds and fight your behind off, and to get jerked by these referees is something that I hate seeing. We've seen it time and time again that when it comes to boxing, a sport that I love, that I was brought up watching, before I even knew what boxing was, my dad used to order it and have it on. So there was a lot of fights that used to be on. I used to be just there, but I ended up watching it, and I became the boxing fan that I am today. And it just sucks to see politics get in the game of boxing. We've seen it a lot of times, especially with Manny Pacquiao. We had a couple Manny Pacquiao fights with Timothy Bradley, when we all know that he won every single round in that fight, ended up getting jerked. We've seen it with Jeff Horn. Even though Jeff Horn was a little bit more aggressive, he still lost the fight. He still got taken to school. I just hate seeing the game of boxing just not being taken seriously. And now I'm going to go right deeper to what I really want to talk about. The Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fight that took place on Saturday. I did a live reaction. Definitely check that out on YouTube after the fight was over. And I expressed how I felt. I'm a little bit more calm now because we on FCC airwaves. You feel me? I'm calm. I'm restricted to say a lot of things on the air, but I'm going to make my point, as clear as day. Tyson Fury won that fight. All right? He won that fight. Deontay Wilder showed that he has a strong chin, yes. Deontay Wilder caught him with 2 knockdowns, one in the 9th round, one in the 12th round, in which Tyson Fury just rose from the dead like he was the Undertaker. I don't know how Tyson Fury woke up from that. Normally, when Deontay Wilder hit those combinations like that, you go night-night. The referee reads you a bedtime story, and that's it. But Tyson Fury waking up like that, I never seen nothing like that in boxing. I just never seen nothing like that in boxing. And to have a guy coming from depression, who was on the verge of suicide, ghetto boys, having fatal thoughts of suicide, they have a guy go through all that, everybody counting him out. They count him out against Klitschko. What he did in Klitschko. He went in his hometown and beat his behind in front of his fans, right? Then he went into the deep state of depression. Came back, everybody count him out against Wilder. You're going to get knocked out. Which round is it you're going to get knocked out? Is it the 2nd round? Is it the 10th round? And to come and have a fight as good as he had, schooled Wilder the whole fight. The whole entire fight, Wilder got schooled. To get jerked by the referees, it can't happen. There's no place in the world for the politics of boxing. Whatever it is, I know we want to see the Anthony Joshua fight with Wilder, but yeah, if the guy loses school, and then all of a sudden I broke my arm, or I stubbed my toe, oh my eye hurts, I'm blind. I went Ray Charles before the fight. This can't happen. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Those are the politics of boxing.